This is beginning to sound like a really bad broken record. More of the same. So repeat performance of those clouds and morning fog. The fog won't be quite as bad here in the valley. Maybe a little further to the north of us, we'll see a little bit denser fog, but certainly not like what we saw in midweek and the first part of the work week. Seasonal temperatures, so 50s, upper 50s across the region. As you get a little bit higher up into the mountains, it's actually going to be nicer up there because they don't have to deal with the clouds and the fog in the morning. And then get this, high pressure starts to build back in even more so and really puts the clamp on us, and we see a warming trend. So if you're hoping for snow and or rain, it's not in the immediate future, certainly not in the next, say, 5 to 7 days. Looking at your overnight lows, it'll get chilly. We'll be into the low 40s to mid 40s across the board. Fortunately, cold in the mountains. They are making snow at the resorts, but boy, they just had nothing to really work with. So what little bit of natural snow was up there, they are putting man-made on top of it. Look at those temperatures. We stay in the low to mid 50s here in the valley, and as I said, you start to get up in the foothills and it's much warmer because you're above the fog and clouds, and in the mountains, not what you like to hear, temperatures in the mid 50s. So there is activity, but it's all staying to the north of us because high pressure centered over the eastern Pacific here. So they're seeing snow into Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, skipping by northern Utah if you've got plans to go there perhaps. And then look, there's that high pressure starting to build in even more as we get into, say, Friday and Saturday. And look at that, high pressure pushes everything out of the region. So even the folks that are to the north of us are going to see this warming trend start to build in all the way up into Vancouver, Seattle, and Portland. As far as winds are concerned, they just kind of dance around, very light, no real activity coming through the region. We'll see them go northeast, east, west. There's no rhyme nor reason to it as far as anything happening because high pressure is squeezing everything to the surface. Forecast temperatures, we go into the upper 50s in the foothills, mid 50s in the mountains, take you out to the coastline. We'll also see upper 50s, low 60s in San Francisco. And as we make our way here into the valley, we're talking about the further head south, the warmer it gets. Looking at that 5-day trend, not a whole lot of anything coming our way, and it stays pretty much status quo. And as we look at the long range forecast, and this is going to take us out 10 days, look at this, low to mid 50s. There's the warm up by the time we get to Friday and Saturday, and then finally something coming in the picture.